That's going to move Atalanta. You're well up enough the water, but just we will be going right there,
Roger.
near-ish the wreck. But
Roger. Jacob, are you sending out PC3?
Nope, I'm sending out PC4.
Send out PC3. PC4 is dead. That's like yesterday's news.
PC4 is NORBIT. Is it also up on PC3?
PC3 is low pack, and I'm going to let Tim talk about that.
Yeah, but that has navigational data on it.
Was it?
That has nav data on it.
All right.
It's got...
We can't send out any depth or headings or anything.
No depths?
No depths.
Yep.
No.
It's got no lat-longs, but depths and headings.
Yeah.
That is a no-go.
Roger.
It's actually making putting up van cameras quite interesting. Trying to avoid showing that if we can. We've been told to limit any sort of positional data that's going out, and I think that falls under that. So
Yeah, I
van
understood
rear
about the lats and longs, but the depth they have.
Yeah, it's all of those.
and like maps are not supposed to
Roger. Roger.
be visualized out as well. So that is taken out van camera and van rear from the engineering go-tos on what we can put up on Sat-3.
Yeah, Roger.
Rennie, did we officially start the NORBIT survey?
no,
or?
we have not.
Okay.
We're moving the ship.
Yeah, I will let you know when we do that.
Maze fulfilling their role as
It's whether or
inpatient
not
watch
it's
lead.
being recorded,
Yeah.
or and also there's a specific way that the vehicles pass and overlap when they do a survey versus just driving along and seeing what's below them.
We also have to have some what you call run-in. There's run-in and run-out of the line because we need a few minutes to, a few meters to get our ducks in a row. So typically you start
Ahead of the wreck, basically.
well, if you're going to do a survey line or a navigation line, the actual start point of the line, you position the ship in the ROV before that, because when you first take off, the ROV is kind of bouncing around a little, and the speed obviously is not consistent because you're going from 0 to walking speed, and then there might be a little forces on the tether that cause the ROV to bounce, which affects the multi-beam data or whatever kind of survey data you're getting. So anyways, yeah, you have the little run-in. So we're going to position a little southeast of the back of the wreck. Then when K2 actually processes the data, he'll cut that stuff out, or Rennie in this case.
Rennie is your K2 on watch at the moment.
I'll be your K2 for this morning.
RRK.
RRK. R2K.
There's the K2, the R2, and then there's the RK.
I'm pulling you down, so I won't be looking at you.
I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm pulling on you.
Yep.
Let's go tail to tail there. So if you just turn off your auto head.
Auto head off.
And we've pulled it around the correct way this time. And then I'll just let you drag me over to the site. Much easier. Atalanta's aft camera be more useful to you over there than that 180 camera? In your lower left monitor? I use the deck camera occasionally, but
It's nice having a deck somewhere. I can see.
you can see it over there? Okay. Yeah, thank you. Some people. Typically there's a more experienced navigator in there watching those. So. I mean, when we have an intern sitting where you are.
I was going to say, are you looking for a more experienced navigator?
I'm not going to find one.
I can
That's
never
for sure.
meet Dan's expectations.
Rennie's been babysitting me for several years now, going on half a decade, I think.
Yeah, when did you join? This group?
2018.
Yeah.
Rennie's flex. Oh, when did he show up?
What?
Yeah, my entire first season here, I didn't know. It was so overwhelming. And the only time I got to come into the van was in this situation. So it was dark, and there's all these glowing buttons and monitors, and it was just like, I knew this little box here, and I knew several of the buttons here, not all of them. And
sorry, stand by. Are you pulling Herc at all, or Atalanta at all?
and 20-some%, I can dead stick it.
Yeah, let's just try that. I just want to make sure it's not.
Yeah,
It should be moving a little bit further aft, and it's not. So.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I just want to make sure we're not in a situation. Sorry to interrupt. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It was going this way, and now it's going that way, and it stopped moving this way.
So there it is. There's the double tap bug. So to this day, you haven't heard me do it a lot on this watch because we haven't done a whole lot of operations, but I do you'll hear me say, oops, wrong button. Bad things happen. Like pulling Atalanta away from where Rennie's trying to move it.
I was just making sure we weren't involved in what shall not be named.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching the
Yeah.
Atlanta's aft camera there.
Yeah.
Can't see anything out of Herc.
There we go. Yeah, we're coming back now.
Yeah.
That's incredible that Herc can hold it off that much.
Yeah, we did that
20% or whatever.
at ONC, and we
Right.
had like 200 and something meters.
That was crazy.
So we had Herc and Auto XY.
There we go.
We were
That's
moving the
amazing.
ship.
As expected, where we want it to be.
I had stick lock still engaged. Yeah, when I first joined, I had Gabby, who's been here, I think, maybe longer than Rennie. Was Gabby before you?
Yeah, Gabby joined and then had a break for a while, so rejoined. But I wasn't here when she first sailed. She precedes the Nautilus.
Yeah,
What year did she start sailing?
Like, I mean,
before Nautilus existed,
yeah,
she was
like
with
09 or
Hercules.
something.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
So I had Gabby on one side of me and Rennie on the other side, and they wouldn't let me touch anything except I could touch this joy box here, and that was it. and Gabby was even the Herc GUI, like she would do all the stuff on the GUI, which is fairly simple, but as far as some ROVs are concerned.
Okay, I think Atalanta's pretty settled. Maybe if we back up,
Yeah, I can bring her back. I'm going
and
to
we'll
come back
center
and
up
down.
on the wreck and get our heading that we want.
I'm going to come, you can stay there, Tim. I'm going to come down, back, and get that 15-meter delta that we like.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Suna, who's listening in.
Suna?
Speaking of old-time Nautilus folks, she says she misses hearing some of those voices. We miss you, Suna.
Hey, Suna. Miss you.
You picked a good time to tune in since this is Rennie's watch time as he fills in for K2.
Rennie's been demoted.
Yeah. It's not a demotion.
It's just
It's a change. Yeah.
Horizontal change in position.
Yeah.
Rennie is one of the few people on this boat that can wear any hat in this. Cannon has wear any hat in this room. Seaside at all the stations, and not just once, but you know,
Yeah.
for real.
That's what happens
In
when
anger, as I call it.
you hang around long enough.
Yeah. I should maybe be close enough, Tim, for you to spinny spin.
All right.
I think dealer's choice, which way you want to go.
Auto heading on.
I'm full autos there. I'll just pause for a minute. Is that far enough back, Rennie, or
Spinning
you want
around north.
to get some
Maybe
more?
a little, just a hair more, just so we get the start of
Alright.
it. Yeah. Close to under Atalanta, maybe. Not quite, but
Yeah, I can do that. You have the delta. So I can try an auto XY run. They've
Yeah,
auto
that's
XY
fine.
has been very bad on here so far. We've not been successful, so we've been doing them.
I was
Basically
I was
stick
having
luck.
success with the others. I think once we dialed
yeah.
that 15, you know, the V situation, it's been all right.
Yeah, okay. Happy to try it. So how long is that thing? What's that?
Yeah, it's not very long.
What's that measurement?
Let me measure it here. So from where you are to where we should probably end is about 100 meters.
100, dialing in 100.
Yeah, and I think we're pretty well centered, but we'll get the heading right in a second.
Yeah, I can,
a little bit to port
right.
when you have the chance.
If you give me a number, I'll put that in the goal. Right now it's 314.
Let's try. Let's try 10 degrees to port.
I'd be 10 port. Yeah, I'm horrible at math, but I think that's going to be 305.
Yeah, that was. Let's see when it settles. Not quite yet.
Rennie's literally using his Herc pointer.
5 degrees to starboard.
Roger. So it is going to. So that's auto heading right now. And Chris and I played with the gains. And, after somebody else has been playing with them.
Yeah, I mean that ought to be all right. So let me.
And we did determine that these numbers are knots. We think that's the latest in a long.
We think we're knots now.
Yeah, currently we think they're knots.
Yeah, they could be right now.
They could be knots. Yeah,
they could be knots at the moment. I don't doubt that.
But so, like, why is the goal 4,322.98 and the other one is minus 12,000? So it's trying to get
I can tell you why.
Some wonky.
Because the lat-long origin in ROV is that.
Okay.
So when we dove, we were
there.
in a different place.
Okay.
Yeah. So that Hercules somehow talks to.
Yes, it does. Yes.
The top side talks to that. Yeah.
It's got a direct suit.
And we haven't redone the ROV nav yeah, thing because we started the dive.
So when I put my step in, it's just going to tweak that relative to the...
It'll, yeah, so if you did 10, it would be 4, 3, 3, 2, you know, it would keep going up.
Oh my God, that
Yeah.
makes my head hurt.
Right, so normally we keep that number low, but because we've been all over the map for
Roger.
on a very long dive, yeah.
Roger. As
There's
long as you know why that number
Yeah.
is, I don't. It's above my pay grade.
I wouldn't have known maybe 6 years ago, but at some point you learn little bits. Okay, I think we're okay here. I'm going to call in just like a 110 meter move, just so that we
Roger. Yeah.
and we don't slow down.
Roger.
And if you're okay, I'll call that in now. What's our heading? The vehicle?
Our goal is 308,
308.
and hopefully that won't change with this wonky.
Okay, I'm going to, you can call this the start of the survey, May. Or Bill.
Do you get that, Bill?
We started the survey now?
Yeah, we're starting the survey.
And I'll call that in if you guys are ready.
Ready?
Altitude.
Oh yeah, 35 meters.
Yeah, let me just see what that looks like with our...
Goal auto altitude is indeed 35.
Okay, are you, so there's the superstructure there. You okay with that?
Absolutely.
Roger. We'll see anything if there is anything.
And well, I haven't got to use my knife yet, so.
Yeah. Okay, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I'll let you call it in, and I'll
Roger.
wait a few seconds till I see Atlanta trying to run over Herc, and then I'll hit the button.
Bridge.
What speed are you going to do?
I think 0.3 to start.
Roger.
Can we step 110 meters bearing 308? Thank you. Speed 0.3.
also, Rennie, that was so cool when you just brought up the 3D bathy map to be like, hey, are you okay with this altitude?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It was just
Software flux.
How do we ever live without NORBIT? That's
I know,
just
it's kind of
insane.
crazy. We were talking about the output.
Also, just heads up for people watching, and I did stop the update of the NORBIT display on my nav map, just to make sure it...
You stopped it?
Yep, so
Why?
it's not updating anymore, just to make sure it stays there as a reference when we start the survey.
Oh, I see, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not exactly sure what the behavior will be, and I think we want it for now.
This is beta testing, by the way. Live. Brought to you by Nautilus Live.
It's got this big scour.
Oh yeah.
So the ship is at the blazing speed of 0.1 knot, according to my instruments.
That's right. Yeah, coming up. Coming up to 0.2.
And I'm seeing it just starting to, Atlanta just starting to overtake Herc there. Okay, I'm going to hit the button here. Stepping forward at 0.25 units.
Yeah.
And look at Herc take off like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
If we can do this and keep Herc in Atlanta's camera view there without adjusting too many buttons, that will be a good thing. This K2 often reminds me he gets his best data while I'm not touching the controls.
Yeah. I could see K2 emphasizing that point.
Alexa, fly Hercules from the stern to the bow at 35 meters at a speed of 0.3 knots, please.
Yeah.
We definitely need a Hercules AI, or OET AI, or Nautilus AI. And the first thing it should tell you is failure to comply.
I'm sorry, Dan, I can't do that.
All right, so this is a short one, but we're going to try to get, we only have 1 hour left, so.
Yeah,
we'll see. At the minimum, we'll have this one pass, which will be great. And so we'll see if we can get both of the sides, but minimally one of the sides.
I'm going to turn my speed down
Yep.
to
Sounds good.
0.15. And re-click the forward backwards. Hopefully that keeps us moving.
You're getting away from me. Do you want me to come down at all?
Nope. I just tried to adjust there. I can also pause and wait. I think when you change your velocity, you got to click in another step to get it to comply. You know, another really cool thing to have on your low pack, and the data is available in K2 stream, and it's not in ROV down, which is very frustrating, or NAVG or NAVS or whatever, is Hercules speed over ground.
Yeah, it would also be great out of Atlantis speed over ground, but that we'd have to do a little Kalman on the little filtering
yeah.
on the on the USBL pings, but
it's easy to match Hercules and Atalanta. It's really challenging to match Hercules and Nautilus.
Yeah.
Because you don't have Hercules data.
Yeah.
And we used to have it in the old nav.
We did, yeah.
And yeah, we were meant to get that.
Yep, I know where the message is for Herc.
It would be interesting to know where the message is in our current, which one is it now? Nav G is the current one?
Nav G.
Still a lot of heading wobble.
Yes, there is. Yeah, as I warned you.
There's not much we can do. But I haven't seen that go away with auto. If you stop using auto XY, like if you still have to use auto.
No, it's been very frustrating.
Yeah.
And I need to look back through some historical PID loop settings. So it's hard to tune the PID loops while you're like towing Hercules or during operations. You need some time. So people change them, and yeah, I have that documented.
Yeah, I thought Jake had set up kind of something pretty dialed.
Yeah, I should look back in that one. I don't want to do it now. Well,
of course, not now, but yeah.
Can you put a note in the log, Tim? That's what my failure has been.
We're just now going over the tallest bit of the superstructure because we want to keep our eyes peeled, but not seeing anything.
Oh, what did you ask me to log?
No, I was going to ask Tim to put a note in our famous red book to look up the historical default PID loop settings.
Yeah,
and sure. put them in Confluence where they're readily accessible, not buried in an archive of 20 years worth of files and pictures and notes. We've joined the 21st century with our and the data engineering team capturing some of the legacy data for Hercules.
And yet you still have me writing in a physical notebook here.
Yeah, but everything that you write in that physical notebook during operations is A, a legal document, and B, I will transcribe into Confluence. I've had my logbook subpoenaed several times over the years for one time there was a difference between a $26 million settlement for or against a company. We drug our anchor lines over an archaeological site in the Hudson River, and then stuck our anchor on one of 3 active power lines going to New York City, and vented it as cooling running through it, picked it up.
Just to make explicitly clear, not Nautilus.
No, this is actually a company that no longer is is in business. Or they were absorbed by one of the mega corporate offshore organizations. It's been a trend in the last 10 years.
Some weird drop throughs here.
Yeah.
Drop outs and punch throughs. Hopefully.
Definitely.
So for our first sweep on the around the site, if we hold the ship in the end and I come down, I'd like to get a sense of which way the current is. Typically it's been kind of northish, but then we can offset Atalanta on one side or the other, and we might only have time for like one pass.
I think we'll probably only have time for one, but we'll see. Yeah. We get what we get.
Get what you get, don't throw a fit. Now, besides the auto heading wobble, that worked out.
Yeah. It's been all right.
As far as the position of Hercules and Atalanta and the vessel speed.
Yeah.
0.15.
0.15 is 0.3, so that's more like meters per second.
But now this is only doing 0.2, so.
It's doing 0.3.
You do have a plot juggler there. You can pull
Yeah,
it.
I was messing with it earlier, but yeah.
Okay.
I got,
Now's not
this
the
one
time.
says 0.3.
It might even be open, plot juggler with the speed.
Yeah. All right. So which side is either of them more promising?
Yeah, Hercules speed is a Ross topic, by the way. Even I can get that.
We'll go just a bit further.
Yeah, you say when.
Yeah.
I don't mind. We need to move it further anyways because we want to have Atalanta
Roger, yeah,
at least 20 meters past the bow there.
Yeah.
It would be nice to come in low and looking around in our sweet spot. If it's 20, I can come in under Atalanta, and then it'll put me 20 meters off the wreck when we come down, so I can sonar with my sweepers.
Okay, you're almost 20 off. Let's see where we are. Just a few more meters, and then you could probably hold, but I'll keep the ship going a bit.
Yeah, I'll hold position, and if you put Atalanta right over Herc,
yeah,
and then
I'll work on that.
We'll come down directly under Atalanta. Tim can look straight down on me.
Okay. All right, there. Yeah, you can hold there.
Roger.
And I will toggle this.
Alexa, tell Hercules to hold position, please.
Toggle that there. Let me go back now to the other job. Okay. That's probably a better one over there anyway.
So if we did have an AI in the control room, what would we call it? Would need a name. Because we are actively working on that, actually.
If we're keeping on the naming themes, I feel like Homer would be quite appropriate.
What was it?
Homer?
Homer?
We're keeping with the Greek names.
Oh, yeah.
You do Poseidon.
Homer sounds a little Simpson-ish. Well,
I mean, only in modern contexts.
It might be appropriate.
We could also think about moving away from ancient Greek names.
We could.
Yeah, we could. They were not nice.
It's a bit of a trope.
Yeah.
Then we could do Homer, but we're referencing the yellow guy.
Looks like the ship has, yeah, that's stopped, slowed to stop, so that's just right about right. Atalanta will swing maybe a few more meters, but
Roger, I'm going to come down and pull that loop out. Well, if we did Homer as an AI, it would be easy. That there's a plethora of avatars we could use.
okay, so you're coming down. What? Sorry, could you remind me again what we're working on here?
I'm going to come down, and I'm hoping, so I need Atalanta right basically over Herc or to the northwest.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to, Tim and I will spinny spin. Looks like Tim's going to want to, well, I'll spin first, so it'll make it easier. So I'm dangling at 30 meters below, 25 meters up the deck. I'm going to bring my heading around to the inverse of whenever we were there, 135-ish, something like that.
Nice, that's the way I'm already facing.
You should have a wreck in front of you.
In theory.
Turn to face you, or turn the same direction as you?
Yeah, we want to be on the same heading.
Okay.
Right, you're just behind me.
Roger.
And then, is there intent to go visualize the wreck, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So no more NORBIT pass, or what's the?
I don't think we have time. But if you're happy with that,
Wait
I
a
wanna
second.
go look at stuff.
We are not. So are you satisfied with the complete NORBIT?
We just had one pass over, so that, I mean, we can work with that, or we can do a bit more, but we got about 45 minutes.
Yeah, the plan was not to go do a visual survey of the wreck on this dive. We were prioritizing getting the best NORBIT survey we could so that we could then re-dive on this location and do a proper full visual survey. So I think if
Roger.
if you see value in doing another pass on both sides, then definitely that would be a priority. Then
okay, there is value. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do that. Do you
Northeast
think,
or southwest? You move the ship, I'll follow.
Yeah, Roger. If you can do turn roughly 90 degrees to starboard. So I want to get an offset, and then we'll come drive it down again.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you turn 90 degrees to starboard, and then we'll step 30 meters. This is a much smaller wreck, so let's see what that looks like. Yeah, we'll still do a 30-meter step.
Roger.
And then we'll, so if you do the turn first, and then I'll record some data.
Oh, you're going to record the step data?
Might as well, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do this one at 35-ish, if you're happy with that.
Yeah, all good. I'm going to call in the ship move to, what is the bearing? Hold on, sorry, I'm doing too many things.
Do any of you have the sheet that has the Laffey Sumner class on it? Because Noel had one here before we watch change, and it's inaccurate.
So, all right, I'm going to step 30 meters 220.
I don't think they have it.
30220, copy.
Yeah. Bridge nav. Can we step 30 meters bearing 220? Thank you. Is that right? Do I have that right?
Close enough.
Yeah. You're right, close enough. And then let me redo the line here.
You ready?
Ready when you are, once the ship starts to go, or you've got a tether length anyway, so
I'm good.
do what you
No,
want.
we're right under. Engage.
Roger. Yeah, and the lower, that lower 30 to 35 is good for this
Yep.
pass.
That's our typical NORBIT passes, especially on
the
when
sides.
we're doing the sides.
Yeah, yeah. That'll be good.
Actually, we've done them at like 10, but I think you need that height to get the superstructure. How high is that, by the way? Just for my reptile brain to
let's
burn
see.
into memory.
Roughly, super roughly 19 meters.
Wow.
But that's really rough, I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty.
20 meters, wow. We could tag that with Atalanta.
Yeah.
Or come darn close.
Alright, heads up, I am going to restart the NORBIT data display refresh on that nav screen. I've confirmed it'll show us current data.
Copy. I've increased my derivative to 2,000. See if that helps your wiggle wobble. In theory, it should dampen it down a little bit.
Rennie, your mom is tuning in and has a question.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
She's asking, how does the Laffey that we're currently mapping compare in size to the Astoria or the largest wreck that we have surveyed so far?
That is a good question. I think the largest wreck may have been the Canberra, the one we just did. Just, I don't know, 5 hours ago. And
So that's wreck.
Bill's looking into it as well.
yeah, and these are quite a bit smaller and therefore harder to see from our shipboard, either our shipboard or the Drix shipboard multi-beam. So they're more difficult to locate.
So some of our scientists ashore are saying that John Parshall is writing in saying that it's about half the length of the cruisers. So
that makes sense because we were doing 200-meter steps and now we're doing 100-meter step to cover the full length of it. So that's about, I mean, that's not the actual length of the ships, but for the survey, yeah.
So if we wanted to make Jake's life easier, we could take the numbers off of the nav display.
What's that?
It's all right for the time being. We're kind of locked in on NORBIT.
Okay, so Dan, your move is stopped, is that right? And the ship is now stopped, so we're just waiting a little bit for Atalanta. And then we can set up on our heading of 130.
130.
One moment, let me just toggle that. So stop record, start record. Okay, we can change our heading at will. 130.
Heading to 130. I do have some feedback for your numbers, Tim.
Yeah.
It could be, the font could be enlarged so old men can read them from 2 meters away from a screen. And the decimals could go away because it will clean it up a little clutter-wise. Like Herc depth, the 0.3, all the decimals are
Okay, are we happy, Tim, if we get your heading at 130? We'll be ready for our pass, if that's all right.
Pointing to 130.
And then I'm going to call in the ship move.
What did we do last time? I did 100, right?
Yeah, I did 110 with the ship. I think you did 100. So
Right.
bridge nav. Can we step 110 meters bearing 130? Thank you.
If you're ready, I'm gonna click begin and get out from underneath Atalanta a little bit.
All ready now.
You ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Begin. Orbit survey. Number 3.
I think we'll be pretty close to, I think we'll be close to doing another pass and then pulling. I think we can get all 3.
That would be nice to get all 3. Do a whole box.
Yeah, the whole box.
So did that make the heading wobble better or worse?
Too early to tell. I don't think it's better at the moment, but let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna whack the proportional just a little bit. I think it's a bit hot, if memory serves. There's a rule of thumb there, and we're breaking it here.
What's that?
In general, derivatives have to proportional, or proportionals have to derivative.
The heading wobble currently, oh, it was better for a second, but now I can't say that it is. We'll have to observe it for longer than that.
I think the rule of thumb when doing PID loops is derivatives have to proportional. You try really hard to get there, and then you spend half your effort. That seems worse to me.
It's certainly not better. Whether or not it's worse, I don't know.
So I'll go a little bit the other way. It changes whether it behaves much better actually if there's some force, some pull, constant pull one way or the other. It's challenging with Hercules because you go from like 0 external forces to excessive external forces in the control system. The autos on the control system behave differently.
Very cinematic angle, Rennie.
Yeah, I'm trying to, we're getting, there's just I think it's just the general shape of it. It's difficult to get under the overhang.
We need a side-mounted NORBIT.
Yeah.
So I can decrease the third puzzle to that, or third part of that puzzle or equation, more likely is the max velocity in our auto XY. So I can dampen it by reducing the max velocity, so it still wobbles, just not as fast, which is better for.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. And then yeah.
So you get a more of a gentle, like
Well,
when
that's
we're doing the
yeah.
sweeps.
Well, what does that do? What negative does that have, or is that?
It doesn't apply as much effort to correct it. So then when you do have the external forces, it wanders off further. So then you tend to tighten up your PID loops to give, to try harder.
Mm-hmm.
And we've never had a dedicated time to play with this in different scenarios and actually do, the tuning as you would. You could spend hours and hours in different scenarios and get a baseline and document that, what the scenario was, what the current was, and, whether you have tight tether, loose tether, and you kind of build a database of, or you get some baselines, so we really don't have that formally captured. I'm sure they did all that when Hercules was new, but we've since, done a lot of modifications. Different frame, heavier, different buoyancy. I should budget some time in that for next season
For the new stuff.
no, during Shakedown.
Yeah. I thought Jake had spent a lot of time.
Jake did, yeah.
Yeah.
Jake did, and I have that information here.
But maybe there's still more to go.
And we'll, did you make a note in the log? Look up Jake's PID numbers. We did some limited, tuning with Jake.
Oh, gotcha. Is that the same as the historic default, or are those two different values we're trying to find?
Jake's will be the, we should do both. We should compare what Jake came up with versus some of the historic ones, and just kind of gather all the information we can and dump that into Confluence. I also have a notebook LM going for the Hercules control system, which Jake is a part of. So we're dumping all our data in there, and Google AI is crunching that and creating a summary for us. There's a lot of documents in there to date.
How do you feel about doing the next pass on the other side a little bit lower in altitude?
Yeah. That won't skew your, or you're not getting a side paint like you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but I don't know if it's going to make any difference. It's really just the shape of the ship and the way it's sitting. I don't know that we can really get under there with the way.
And then, all right, yeah.
No, I think it feels to me like we should have the same 2 data sets for each side, and then if we want to later, we can do 2 more passes, low pass.
We can't. We won't be able to add passes to the model once we leave. Once we leave. Yeah. The pass height doesn't.
It's up to you.
It doesn't matter, but I also don't think for that. But I also don't think it's going to matter.
Right.
The amount that we can lower isn't going to get us more. So
that was a layman's response, Rennie.
Yeah.
Like, has nothing to do with my knowledge of multi-beam or mapping.
No, it's all good. It just doesn't. It might inherently be better because there's a downslope over here. So even with our lower, we might actually be fine.
I'll do that.
Yeah. We'll just do the regular altitude on this side and see what we get.
I go by altitude, so.
Yeah.
It seems to be walking off further. I don't know what the
Oh, the heading, yeah.
actual numbers are there. It's irritating that someone has changed them.
I'm looking for a damage report on the Laffey, and I seem to have stumbled upon Frank's department, Naval History and Heritage Command.
That's definitely Frank's department, yeah.
Oh, I think it likes that. Looking
There's
top down.
some questions coming in, wondering about what wreck we're on and if we're going to be actually doing a visual survey, so or if this is an unknown wreck. So this is indeed the USS Laffey, DD-459. This is a known wreck, verified known wreck site that we were planning to visit, and we're just, the last activity of this long dive is to finish up this NORBIT high-resolution mapping survey of the wreck, so that will be all squared away to do a visual survey on an upcoming dive.
4, 3 meters to go.
Yeah, might need another 10 in.
2 meters. Yeah, you want me to click
Yeah, I
another?
think so.
Reading a report of the Laffey's condition before she sank, it says that all of her guns except the first one were out of commission, and I'm interested to see if when we do a visual survey, well, if we do, not on our watch, but when we come back in on the next dive, are we doing a survey?
We will do a visual survey on I'm not sure if it's going to be on the next dive or on an upcoming dive, but yeah, that's the plan.
I'd be interested to see if any of the guns would have visible damage to them.
Yeah, I think the generally what happened from my knowledge is that I hope I pronounced this right, the Japanese ship, the Hiei,
Hiei, I think.
Hiei,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, the
I'm in a whole
Hiei.
position with the ship there.
We're at it.
Bridge.
Are you happy with Herc?
Just letting our operational team
Are you
get
happy
in
with
order.
Herc?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, holding position.
Great, thank you. I'll stop this line, start a new one. Sorry, May, I can come off SPL.
Oh, no, you're fine. So yeah, the Hiei and the Laffey headed towards each other at full speed at the same spot. They almost collided, just missing each other by about 6 meters. The Laffey then released torpedoes and used all firepower that the vessel had.
Jeez,
We're at
battleship.
it. Changing heading 902 port.
The battle.
Want me to follow you?
My bad.
Sure.
What were you gonna say?
A battleship versus a destroyer seems a bit unmatched.
Yeah, certainly.
I think the Congo class is like probably 3 times the tonnage of the Benson.
Definitely. Yeah, one of our experts ashore, Randy Stone, was saying that the Laffey was about 1,800 tons, while the cruisers were running about
Somewhere in there. That is...
or 1,800 tons, and cruisers are running about 13,000 tons. So
What's that?
Yeah,
it
it's
shows
a
you the
bit,
difference in size.
Yeah, 043.
you
I
know,
can come
a
to 040.
little bit of little fun fact. It's not
040.
sadly, it's not here, but the wreck of the Yamato, biggest battleship ever.
60 meters.
Just one of her guns weighed as much as an entire Fletcher class destroyer.
Wow.
I think those are like 18 or 19 inches. Those the guns.
It's kind of unimaginable.
It is. I've been to the Yamato Museum in Kure, and
Okay, I'm gonna hit
so cool. They have a gigantic,
step forward.
Like a
huge
replica?
model 110, but it's
060
still
meters.
insanely big.
Wow. So yeah, and then following that near collision, two other Japanese destroyers, the Yukikaze
Yukikaze. Yeah.
and the Terizuki, were on the port bow of the Laffey. And the Laffey fought the Japanese ships using pretty much all that she had left, the remaining guns, and then the Laffey was hit by a shell from the Hiei, and torpedoes were fired from the Yukikaze, which hit the fantail off of the Laffey. And that put the ship out of action. So
I don't mind. Thank you for asking.
It's a very heroic last stand against 3 other ships.
so yeah, it's kind of unimaginable
That's the
for
weight there.
a ship of that size to take on 3
I
Japanese
believe that's
ships
the
who
weight.
are
Yeah,
all
looks
larger.
like the weight, or is that a football?
Yeah.
The
And
weight, so the tether's 30 meters long. We divide by 4, which gives us 3 equal divisions along the tether. I don't know what that is. You can zoom in on it if you want.
May, you mentioned that the Hiei and the Laffey came within 6 meters at one point.
Yeah, it
Was
looks like the weight of a piece of tape.
did it
hanging
lose its
off of it.
torpedoes then, or was
Yeah.
it afterwards? And did they hit? Because
Yeah, so the weight's
if
at
you know you're
1/3
broadside
of
and
the
you
way
launch
from
5
Atlanta,
torpedoes,
and then there's 2
it's not much.
footballs.
No coming back from that one.
Yeah, I think it was, to my understanding, it was just after they almost collided, and
distance. And
then because they were
one
so
of
close,
the footballs
the
is at
decision
the
was
top
to
of the
fire all
catenary,
torpedoes.
And they
and then
hit.
the other one is
The
halfway
Hiei,
between,
Yep.
which is
I'm
kind
not
of
sure.
strange. You would
Because
think.
if they did, that's definitely definitely what sunk her.
Yeah, that might have been what sunk the Hiei, but it definitely wounded the Hiei, at the very least.
Yeah, you can come down if you. I can stop for a minute. Yeah, I'll hold station here for a minute. Let you catch up. I got a little anxious there on the taking off. So I kind of totally make Rennie work overtime to process that data.
I think we'll just make it once we, I think we'll get that last pass and then we'll be
Should
all right.
give us enough to. You can see where that spacing is. Horizontal spacing. Okay, I'm gonna click go again.
Okay.
Yeah, I used the ship as well. The grid boxes. It takes that extra, second to process that data every time you look at it. Yeah, but you wouldn't think so, but even silly things like having to process a decimal place or how far you are when it's really busy up here is, it slows the loop down and you have loop blockage. And, in microprocessor world, that would be like pausing your loop for 500 milliseconds or over 100 milliseconds. It's going to, have a hiccup in the, or is that nanoseconds? Anyways, for literally in the blink of an eye, something can happen. And if you're not looking at that, you miss it. Totally, that is one of the, so if you look at pros and cons of data being displayed, that is one of the issues with the Grafana screen, is the way we have the MQTT set up. It holds the last number, and there's a way you can change that to to blast it away. We haven't done any of that the way the data goes through. You're gonna tell me when to stop, Rennie, because
Oh, roger. Ship's still going. So we got another 15-meter move on the ship.
but I since I paused there, I don't have a really good reference of what your 60 meters is. But yeah, decimals are a good way to know you're getting good data at a glance. So basically, you then have to train your eye to ignore the decimal. Well, yeah, the other one is having that. So they're all supposed to do that. So that one's set up correctly because I did that one. I just lucked out. Dumb luck somehow. I don't know. I can't remember what I did.
I couldn't find anything on whether Laffey's torpedoes hit or not, but apparently he was hit by many torpedoes from destroyers, but most of them were duds. And she eventually sank due to
You think that's enough there? Or you want to keep on?
B-17s
Yeah, it's good right there.
dropping bombs on her,
Herc
which
hold.
is
Roger.
pretty cool. I like B-17s for naval use. That's not that common.
The
And,
HEA or the
said,
Laffey?
The HEA.
Yeah, yeah.
B-17s are American
Another
bombers.
Yeah.
operator would
And then
have a different opinion on
attacks
whether
from
there should be a decimal
aircraft
or
from
not.
Henderson Field, like Grumman Avengers, dropping. Said she took 5 to 8 torpedoes before sinking, and eventually they had to scuttle her themselves.
But yeah, in general, I find that too busy.
Wow.
That's the reason that exists.
Yeah,
Okay, when you want, you can do 90 degrees, turn to port.
Roger, 90 port.
Yukikaze was credited with killing Laffey with a torpedo.
I saw a message come in from TJ. And
Yeah, I just told him we'll plan for on deck at 0645.
Yep, that's what I saw. That it kind of blew off the fantail of the Laffey, and then
They got hit in the bridge as well.
yep. Fortunately, there was a heavy loss of life during the sinking of the Laffey, but it did earn the ship a presidential unit citation, and
Heading goal should be, I think, 308.
308, roger.
Ship is stopped, Atalanta is slightly to your port side.
Yeah.
If you're alright with that.
You would get, well, you'd generally get less swagginess if we're dragging the tether through the water as you would shoot an arrow into the water versus jumping in with your, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yep, yep.
But it would be interesting to see if that affects our heading. It could make it worse. Typically it does make it worse. It was pulling.
I'm okay to try it just because of time, just so we can get a forward motion.
All right.
If you're alright with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to step 110 meters at 308.
Right.
Bridge nav. Step 110 meters, bearing 308. Thank you.
This time I'll wait.
Yeah.
We see some Atalanta movement.
Do you want me facing direction of motion or facing towards you?
You can keep eyes on her. Be that would be the thing.
So a question that came out was what happens when on a boat when they take these torpedo shots, and do they go overboard or are there life rafts? So yes, there was an order to abandon the ship. That's typically what would happen if a vessel is going down. But in this particular battle, there were too many Japanese vessels around Laffey, and
So this seems not allowed to move it now.
it ripped the destroyer kind of cleanly apart. So part of what we're doing on this expedition is really honoring the loss of life and the memory of
Are you ready?
all those that were involved in these battles
Engage
on all sides, and
meters.
the local Solomon Islanders as well. So with the utmost respect and
Ooh, you know, if we
care,
had Homer.
we survey and map these sites as historical and cultural sites. And the surveys are entirely non-invasive, so we remain at a safe distance away from the wrecks. We are not collecting anything physical. We're just getting imagery and maps to document these as they are documented in the ocean's archive itself.
In answering their other question about torpedoes, when a torpedo hits a destroyer, it's, I guess, not necessarily a death sentence, but it's pretty close. Because destroyers are very, very lightly armored because they're meant to be fast and maneuverable. So what torpedoes do, you know, it explodes against the hull, leaving a massive hole in the hull. And you know, even if you have, you know, all your watertight hatches shut, it still blows through the bulkheads and weakens them so they could collapse, and that causes more flooding. And destroyers, you know, they're small and they're light, so they can't really hold up to that flooding as well as a larger ship could. Like battleships, they have a lot of them have torpedo belts, and those are compartments against the water line that have, you know, open space or liquid filling them, and that's to kind of disperse the impact of the torpedo and lessen the effect, so it kind of blows up against the kind of sacrificial outer layer and leaves the citadel and the important mechanics and stuff inside. It leaves them protected. But so yeah, torpedo hit, definitely not something you want on a destroyer. Battleships and larger cruisers could take them better because they have, you know, they're bigger and stronger anyways. But yeah, so getting hit by a torpedo on a destroyer, it's not a good day. And I'm pretty sure I read there was one of the main reasons of loss of life on the Laffey was, you know, they were abandoning ship, but a secondary explosion occurred. I don't remember why. I'm not sure if what I read said why, but if I had to assume, it's probably ammunition storage, because, you know, when you have a bunch of explosive shells next to each other and you set them on fire, that's, you know, all your, you know, explosives is gathered in one area, so that causes a pretty big, pretty massive destruction.
Yeah, it could have been internal. It could have also been from the Yukikaze or Terazuki. I'm not sure if they hit a second time.
I wouldn't be surprised, because in World War II, the Japanese weren't the most sportsmanlike when it comes to, you know, surrendering troops or non-combatants, such as, you know, those abandoning ship. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Looks like we're getting a bit of this wall here of the side of the hull. There's some kind of overhang that was preventing it there, but definitely got good hits there.
Nice. I should have dropped down 1 meter.
So the
That's all
Laffey, when it did hit the HIE, the gunfire hit the bridge, and the command of the Japanese force, Admiral Abe, was wounded, and much of his staff. So that was kind of their strategy to put off the HIE, even though it was a larger vessel. But it was nighttime, and just shortly after that, that's when the two other Japanese vessels kind of came in.
Really makes admire these sailors and just the bravery they had, you know, to charge into this ship that was, what, 1,800 tons versus 13,000. That's a pretty big difference. And, you know, charge, you know, be right next to this battleship that has, what I think is 8. I think the Congo class had 8 guns, you know, large enough for you to crawl into. And, you know, you got your little destroyer with no armor and little 5-inch guns, but still being able to do damage and still being able to, you know, to fight this giant, much better equipped enemy. It's just really it's really admirable.
Jacob, the volume for the different stations, it doesn't do anything unless you're actively listening, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And if you are listening and also have SPL on,
It overlays.
then it doubles it.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it adds the side listening on top of the SPL. So whatever your individual volume for that channel is will kind of be layered on top of.
Yeah, so it doesn't knock it in half, it adds to the signal.
It adds the signal, yeah, just layers on top of it.
There's a bit of an overhang here. We're like just not quite getting on.
So
Which is useful when I'm trying to listen to front row, but
like,
I'd rather not with the auto out
yeah.
wobbliness.
And
I think K2's been preferring auto depth.
He changes his mind depending on.
Yeah, so I'm kind of I'm a little less worried about it.
Yeah, but he historically auto altitude is more stable than.
I think it is, and then we experienced it wasn't at one point, and so then there was a bit of.
Well, there's some more to that story. So when we were doing the tows,
yeah,
and I had 0 autos engaged.
Yeah.
He was seeing noise in the depth sensor, like a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And which is typical of a depth sensor because
Sure,
it's a pressure thing, especially one that doesn't have a lot of depth sensors have an attenuation coil on them.
I know one of the things he was thinking about was the thruster wash perhaps affecting that.
Yeah, so one of the things we do with a depth sensor, most of them have a little fitting screwed in, and there's a pigtail on them, and you fill that with oil.
Rennie, we just want to start thinking about recovery pretty soon.
Roger, yep, I got the timing up here.
In the next few minutes.
Thank you though for the reminder.
How long does a recovery take? I kind of forgot. Like,
probably we'll be up near the surface in about a half hour, and then the evolution to get the vehicles on deck.
Yeah, loud and clear, TJ. We're just finishing up here, and I'll get us set up for recovery, and I'll make sure that the bridge is on the radio. Roger that, Roger. I'll do that right when we come off.
To go.
Roger. With how thin the bow is, and with the coverage we got, I'm not really gonna be too concerned with making a pass at 90. I think we'll be all right with what we got.
We have like 15 minutes. What's your off bottom? Calculated off bottom time?
I was doing 20 meters a minute up. What can we do up now? 25?
Yeah, 25
so,
is our published number.
We got 650, 25, this is 26. Then it gives us a bit of time for, yeah, we should still be all right. So we'll do the 90 after we finish.
All right.
Everybody's built-in time, because that's time also for to leave here, us over here.
As we say in the trade, sometimes the big girl just has to wait. That's referring to the $1.5 million a day lay vessel operation.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Everybody built in extra time.
So, yeah.
What do we got left? You got
better to be waiting
meters
on them than them waiting on us, is another saying.
Yes. Ship position is held, so
Yeah, seven to go.
Great. That's about right.
We can also, as you know, come up a little faster if you're tracking a line sooner. Gives us that kiting up.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right regardless.
Right.
But it's the difference between 650 and 400. It's not very much anyway. It's a few minutes.
Oh.
All right. When you're good there.
1.5 meters to go.
1.5 meters.
Ship is.
Ship's all stationary.
Roger.
And
I should see that by that big big purple 0 knot.
That's the one we could use a decimal on, or two decimals rather than one.
We do have a decimal.
It's just, but yeah, I think 2 might be better. All right. Okay, ready for your 90-degree turn to port.
Roger. 90 to port. I could put another decimal there, easy enough.
Herc can turn really fast.
Mine's got a decimal there.
This one does too. We always say 0.3, we never say 0.35.
No, but it doesn't go until...
Yeah, it should. If you put a note in the red book, I can make that happen, because otherwise I will forget.
A little more to port, I think.
What did I just do? I don't know what I just did.
And then what's my last...
what do you want for a goal there?
We'll do maybe 50. Not even. Yeah, we'll do 50 and then we'll cut it.
No, I mean for the heading.
Oh, yeah, one moment. 220.
Roger. Ah.
And
I'm pressing the wrong button.
When you're ready, I'll call in that ship move. Let me just click my record button.
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Bridge nav.
Can you bring your head around, Tim?
50 meters, 220. Thank you.
Turning to follow you.
And then that'll be our last bit. And I really just need to just go past the ship, and then we'll be done.
I'm going to put in my move now because I'm
Yep.
behind Hercules.
Yeah, because
I mean behind Atlanta, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. There's one square box. So I managed to get the heading wag down to around 3 degrees. It was like 6.
Any improvement is better.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know, it's still a little, probably fast. So as soon as we're done with this line, Tim, I'm going to turn to the northwest, and you're going to turn to the southeast. And we should do so in such a fashion as to have 0 tether reps.
Roger.
Bridge nav. We'll be coming off bottom in just a moment. The deck requested that we have the air to tuggers if you can. Thank you. Oh, okay, so there's been a change then with...
Ooh, we have more time. Oh,
Roger that, I'll consult then. Thank you.
What,
You wanna...
Rennie, what was that?
So the bridge wanted us on deck at 6:45, and now they're saying something more like 8. But I don't... It hasn't been run by Daniel. I was just delivering this now, so I don't know if Daniel's up right now. Okay. That doesn't mean they just had that she said that just occurred, that possibility. So I don't know if you want to check in with Daniel right now. I'm fine here while we wait. Yeah. Confirm that before we leave.
You're muted. Oh, that's a jaunty angle at the...
Yeah, it's a bit...
Hmm. it's right there. So I was close.
2023, 2024, something. Looks about right for when he was working on that stuff.
Yeah, we did this. Somebody has changed them.
There should be a big don't change PID.
Well, there's situations where you want to do that.
Sure, or maybe a reset or something.
Yeah, there should be a default button.
Yeah.
Okay, so confirm that we want to be on deck at 6:45, so we should get into our recovery position now.
Roger, yeah, okay. We are just now finishing up. Is your step complete there?
I've done 30 something, almost 30 something meters.
Oh, that's okay, yeah, we're finished here for us. So I'm going to stop, and then we will do recovery heading and all that. Let me switch.
Roger.
This is all stopped, and I'm going to, well, I'll leave that on for now. I'll handle that later. And then we've got this.
I've got, wow, 1 meter to go out of the 30
Yeah,
meters.
all good. And
okay, that's 30 meters.
oh, roger.
Tim, if I turn my head this way.
I'm going to go back to ROV now, over here.
Roger. So you have to turn your head to, should be 0. You can come all the way around if you want. Or I can never remember which way Atalanta has to go.
Like this?
That's either going to increase. No, you got to go the other way.
Other way.
Yeah.
1, 2. All right, yep. Have positive 6-8 reps and keep tether reps.
Yeah, come clockwise, see what happens.
Come up?
Oh, just come clockwise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can also come up a bit. Actually, hold your turn for a second.
Yeah, I just saw the bottom of the loop.
Also up on your turn, if you have it. Yeah, come up. Sorry, I thought I didn't realize we had a turn back away from you there. That was my bad. Okay, come right up. Faster, faster.
Coming up. All the beans.
There we go. There it is.
Yeah, go ahead and come up to 20. Narrowly avoiding death.
All right, delta 20, holding there.
Yeah, let's see how it looks there. Come up a bit more.
Coming up.
Yeah, just so we're pulling the... So there's not a loop at the top of Herc's tether.
Yeah.
25. Probably should do it. Actually, yeah.
185, holding.
I'm going to log off bottom there, Bill and me.
Right. Okay.
Did you hear that, Bill? We're logging off. So you can rec site depart and log off bottom as well. What's that?
Switch you over to...
That was Rennie that said that, but you can also mark it.
Switch you to USBL.
Yeah, but you can also do it.
Are you in Auto XY?
Nope.
Did you also end the
I just
NORBIT
turned it
survey?
off when you started clicking
Oh,
around
good.
there. Ah, I just hit the wrong
I don't
button.
hear you on comms.
Oh well.
All right, we are all set up there.
We happy with that negative 168?
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We don't, yeah.
check our ADCP friend. Last it was, yeah, there we go. It's 0.3, but it's a bit to starboard. Indeed. On this one, Dan, we'll want to...
Stand by, Rennie.
Yeah,
let us get our
yeah,
ducks in a row coming up here. Okay, Tim, you can start coming up.
Up on the winch.
Yeah, I'm doing about 20 meters a minute at the moment. And we are indeed tail to tail.
Do you want to keep your delta or wait for you to come up to me?
I'm gonna try and increase my speed to give me a second here. I gotta play around with this silly lateral, always the arrow, never the archer, of course, but it's challenging to get no laterals, some low percentage forward, and full beams up. So it's very sensitive on the lateral command. Okay, I give up 0.4. But the thrusters aren't actually turning, and so the laterals, as you know, dump flow. So what I'm trying to get is close to full system pressure, full beams up, and I will achieve the max velocity. So currently I'm at 23, hopefully approaching 25. And yeah, then you can match you'll match your speed to maintain just a little bit of a positive delta there.
Roger. Staying at or above?
Just above, 0 or above. Green numbers, if you go the opposite way, they turn red. So 0 is if you're in the box, but single-digit green numbers is what we're looking for there. So
all right,
you actually go a little faster than 20 now. So set it right at 30 meters a minute for a minute, see what happens. And you can use your illegal manual cruise control here if you want. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
I am familiar.
It is very, the tape job on it is, so it takes 2 hands. You got to basically hold it with one, and when you get the speed you want, then you do the wedgie.
A lot.
In the scheme of things, it takes minutes to catch up. So if you're actually going a little faster than Hercules, you'll help with Hercules speed because you're literally pulling it up. Because I'm pushing forward, right? So you're getting a little lift, and then once Rennie starts streaming the boat, that we could probably get 30 meters a minute or 28, but we're not in any hurry. So.
Yeah, regarding that, I just want to check in if you've when you're ready
To stream?
Well, so
Yeah, whenever.
we've got
half a knot.
0.4 knots going this way.
Yeah.
So if you can put as much in the bank on this side,
yeah,
that would probably be ideal.
I won't be able to put any in the bank either way until we're at 50 meters. I can try, but then that will affect our... It takes full beams to get that 25 meters a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
But
it's just going to be hard to do that at 50 because you'll probably be feeling that. But
yeah. Well,
yeah, and unfortunately we can't change the heading any because we'll be too much wind to beam.
So let's try tracking at half a knot, and that should zero it out, right?
No. So going half knot into that one means we'll be like...
Oh, you're into it. Oh, it's... Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
we're into it.
Yeah, we're into it, yeah. So it'll... Yeah, I don't know. Going...
We'll have time. We can track our... we can track at our normal speed whenever you're ready. If you
Okay.
want to wait, that's fine. I'm
I
not
don't think
bothered.
I don't think it matters at this point, just because of
We're
I
20
wish I could
minutes
go.
time to surface here, so we'll
Yeah.
have 10 minutes to play around at 50 meters.
Yeah.
And we're in no rush to get
Minutes
on
time to
deck at
surface.
quarter till anymore, right? We can be on.
We still want to be on deck at 6:45. That's from the EL.
Yeah, if you want to track a line now,
Yeah,
I
right.
could probably get a few more meters a minute.
And then sort it out a bit. Yeah.
At 50, yeah, that'll give us more time to
Bridge
sort it
nav.
at 50.
We'd like to. We're going to be recovering. We'd like to track a line forward at the ship's current heading, 0.3 knots. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been kind of maximum speed up and then more time at 50 to get everyone on the same page. And but I might play around a little between 200 and 50.
Yeah. I think we'll be okay because it'll generally be aft. It's just that we'll try as best we can not to end up getting over there preemptively, because once we're over there, we might not be able to fight back as well as if we were just sort of.
Yeah.
We can hold better than we can move, you know.
But yeah, I've been a lot more successful bringing it back into the box at when we're stopped at 50 than when we're coming up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Surprisingly more, because then I can dedicate full
you dedicate
beams
it all,
to the laterals.
That makes sense.
Beans equal power for our anyone listening that hasn't listened to Nautilus forever. It's a saying from the infamous Robert Aquaman Waters. Okay. The other thing we do, Tim, now is we make sure all our kibbles and bits are stowed. So I press the green button here to retract the Zeus. And typically I tilt down and look at the craft with the Zeus, but I can also go back to the dive solo here, and I can use the, why is that not working?
Ship A is moving forward.
All right. I'll just go old school here and use the Zeus. So that tells me I'm retracted, and I'll bring the Orion in.
Those hose clamps cracked me up earlier. I was like, what did we lose?
That was me planning for splash shenanigans.
Yeah.
Which didn't happen. And I will pan over to Crafty, to the Predator, Craft Predator Manipulator. We'll bring that in, tuck it in as well, and make sure the shoulder's all the way. Oh, I forgot to do that on me. All right. I used to give up just a bump on the shoulder to make sure it's all the way up.
Bridge nav.
Whole lot of
Could we secure
siphonophores.
tanks and enable air to tuggers?
And
Yeah,
same
several
with
of
this guy,
them.
we want it tucked all the way up.
Roger, thank you.
And then remind me, so one of the things we started doing at 50 meters, sometimes when I disable the hydraulics on the craft, at the moment it has a slightly wounded shoulder lock valve. So see how it's falling down there?
Yep.
And it should stop at some point. That's been problematic. So one of the things I do is kind of get western with it, drive it up hard, and disable the hydraulics, and it will stick. And since we're only at 385, I'm going to do that now. I don't have to worry about it later.
375 meters.
There we go. So I haven't touched anything, and since Rennie started streaming, we went from 24 point something to 28 point something. So it's gained. And 3 meters a minute just by streaming, and it's basically made it match your set speed. And now I can totally get rid of the forward. I was also dropping a few 100 PSI.
Yep.
So now I can attribute full vertical up. That puts us right at 29. So we could probably hit 30 meters a minute. Just enjoying the beautiful view on the there in the cam port. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a good watch. We drew a perfect box around the. We've been the tow watch for. Yeah, most of our watches have been blue water tows. We were just talking about using our visual references and our senses to verify our instruments. And,
Also 150 meter payout.
150 Reddit. We often look out through either our deck cameras or if we're on deck looking out. We look at wind and waves, that's one of the obvious ones, but one of the more subtle ones is the current and which way the current's blowing. That's our third. We have wind. For our weather parameters, we have wind, waves, and current. And some of the tells we use for current are the bubbles on the ocean, surface of the ocean, but also our cable in the water, whether it's strumming or it's basically if you stuck a stick in a stream, you would see the effect of the water flowing around it. Are you streaming that beautiful view of the island in Camport?
That's what I was just asking.
They were just asking.
Oh, yeah, sorry, have you turned way down?
Currently, no. It's on the multi-viewer we have for ascent, descent.
Right.
It'll switch to, when we start the launch and recovery, it'll switch to the back deck cameras.
Right. It's a beautiful view in the morning. It was.
Yeah.
The clouds were all pink and red.
Several viewers are always asking if we can have one of our channels just be the sunrise.
Yeah, I think it's also in our locational policy to try not to have sunrises and sunsets, as it can give away positional data. It's pretty deep in the what to show and not show, but we do take that into account.
Right.
As if you know, heading sunrise, sunset, you can probably put the more eagle-eyed viewers might be able to start putting 2 and 2 together onto some locational data.
Chew, sunset gives you time. Time or longitude.
80. So usually once we go, certainly when we go below triple digits, we'll go manual here. The danger is we get distracted and pull it up past 50 meters right into the A-frame. And I have blown through the 50-meter mark a few times to just complete panic because looking at, we're talking on SPL or looking at something else. So as Rennie predicted now, I am indeed off to the non-desirable side.
Do we want to keep Atalanta in auto heading for this, or?
No, we should have auto. Yeah, sorry, we should have turned that off. I missed that, Tim. We should have turned that off as soon as we started ascending.
Raj.
Because Herc, I usually have some forward way on Herc until we start streaming, and then once we start streaming, we, the ship is setting our headings.
50 meters. I'll stop on winch.
Roger. So now I'm going to get full lateral and see what happens.
Does the angle of Atalanta camera matter for recovery?
We usually tilt it all the way up.
All the way up, Raj.
Yeah, so it doesn't smack the deck. Is that where you have it now?
Yep.
Really? Oh yeah.
It's all the way up. Out of the lights.
Right.
Which is pretty dark for 50 meters still.
Yeah, you can turn all your lights off now since it's daylight. So if it was dark, we would leave one on for. But it's kind of cool to get the ambient shot. If I turn all of her lights off and look up, we'll get.
Lights off. Jake, heads up if you're streaming Herc and Atalanta. They're pretty black right now.
Yeah, I noticed. We usually switch over to other feeds once we get into the recovery phases.
We are in the recovery phase.
Well,
We're all stopped
but
50
specific,
meters.
yeah, I know. We have times to switch things over.
There's a protocol.
There is a protocol.
Roger. It's above my pay grade.
Jacob,
Oh yeah, no, it's fine.
Jacob follows protocols. It's important.
I always follow protocols. That way if something goes wrong, it's not on
Exactly.
me.
I consider protocol more of a guideline.
No, really? You?
I think everybody knows that.
I get bored with protocol.
What's the reason for stopping at 50 meters?
At 50 meters, we basically hand control recovery over to the deck. So they're operating the winch from 50 meters all the way till Hercules on deck, obviously, because they have to pull Atalanta out of the water and then operate the A-frame and set it on deck. And we also stop at 50 meters to do a sanity check that, our sonars are turned off, our cameras and usually manipulators and our sample boxes are in the correct position. Our porch is retracted. And then we also double check to make sure the vehicles are behaving. The vehicles are in a correct position. So in this case, I was using all of Hercules' available power to come up at 30 meters a minute. And then once we're paused, I'm able to apply full lateral, which can also take pretty much 100% of Hercules' power. So the current in this case is pushing us to the south, and I've put some in the bank, as we call it, and come all the way over to the north. Our favorable recovery side is on the port side of the vessel. That's where the crane grabs Hercules and drags it around. And then also the timing for the deck to be have their safety briefing and have all their PPE on, get everything rigged. That may or may not match the time we get to 50 meters. So it gives everybody a pause to prepare for a safe recovery.
Thank you.
We are all stopped 50 meters and clear to recover the deck. If you want to let the deck know.
Deck, van.
Van, back deck, go ahead.
I'll stop 50. We're ready for recovery up here.
Yeah, stand by 5 minutes. We'll just be ready in there shortly.
Van is standing by.
Plus, when your camera's up, you'll get a really cool view of the Nautilus's propeller and the back of Nautilus when we recover. And it's also a good guide. I'm watching the wire camera, how Atalanta close is, but it also gives me a reference on.
Yeah.
So I'll be pulling Atalanta away from the vessel when it comes up over the stern of the vessel and all the way till it lands on the deck.
Yeah, usually the goal of video is to have ROV feeds on Sat 1 and 2 until they are quite literally coming out of the water. So as soon as they come out, we switch the feeds. As Atalanta's coming out, we switch around halfway up the back of the ship so that we don't get that fun shot of everyone struggling to get it back on deck. It's not the most flattering angle in the world when Atalanta comes out.
Straight into the spot.
Yeah, we timed that switch pretty well. I know what it's called.
So you continue to stream, so the folks at home get the shot of the wheel and the stern.
Yeah, we hold those feeds till Atalanta's coming out. Then we switch that one to Sat 2 to camo mid to give a wider view of everything, and then as Herc's starting to come out, we switch Sat 1 to cam port, where I'll follow the follow the vehicle on board with the camera.